In case you just want to play Restoration Druid before you learn every single trick and mechanic, this guide is exactly for you. I won't be explaining why you should do something, I will just tell you what is best thing to do. So let's start with stats. With stats, most important in any build on Druid is haste. Pump haste, you can go up to 6800, that's where is the second cap, or rather second diminishing return. You shouldn't go over that limit. If you want to go more for healing, then second most important stat is mastery, so you just go full haste mastery and then versatility was left. If you want to do pure damage build, then you go haste, then versatility, then critical and zero mastery. What is usually the best is balance between them. So you'll go full haste, of course, that's the best thing. Then you go versatility, mastery, stack 3000 to the balance, and what's left is in critical strike. Let's check talents. If you want exactly this talents, link will be under the video. If you want DPS talents, also link will be there. And a little bit notable change, just took hibernate when you actually need to hibernate affix. When it's incorporeal, you can sacrifice self-heal for that or dispel if you don't need it. Let's go straight on healing or gameplay. Let's talk about Life Bloom first. It's very important spell. It's very important to always keep it on targets. It's very important to always keep it on different targets. Only use it on yourself if you are only one who is dying, or maybe only 2 people are dying. Next thing important with Life Blooms is that Life Bloom should have as many hots as possible on a target because it's proccing blooms, and blooms are healing to verdancy. What is verdancy? Verdancy is when you are standing in efflorescence and your life on blooms. So another reason life bloom is very important is to keep hots on him and force it to bloom to heal through verdancy everybody who is standing in your circle. And another important thing about life bloom is life bloom have percentage chance when it heals that will proc your clear casting. Clear casting is free cast of regrowth. You can see it like this. This is Blizzard default showing you have clear casting. After you cast clear casting regrowth, your 4-piece and 2-piece will be activated, so it will be absolutely massive heal. So really pay attention to your life blooms. So now about priorities, you should have always prepared 3 things. So first things is always use on cooldown adaptive swarm. Second thing to be prepared is our life blooms, as we talk about. Yeah, they are really important. And third thing to be always prepared is efflorescence. So keep these 3 things always prepared. After these 3 things are prepared, are up, and we need to heal a little bit more because it's not enough, then we are starting to use our Groove Guardians. You just click it and forget it, they will be healing nicely. Other thing we are starting to use is our clear casting regrowth, so that's why we have life blooms applied. And now we are just casting it and it's proccing our nourish and everything is nice and full. If we need to heal AoE, we use Swiftment that will eat a hot from the target. It will also heal decently, and then we are casting Wild Growth. We want to use Swiftment before that. If we still need a little bit more healing, then we are just spreading rejuvenations through the targets. Focus on spreading rejuvenations on life bloom targets to proc that bloom. If we are still struggling to heal, then we are just casting Regrowth without clear casting procs. Regrowth should be just a lifesaver, not your way how to heal targets. Of course, clear casting regrowth is something absolutely different. And between all of that, just squeeze somewhere scenario ward. It's just nice thing to do when somebody's dying more than others. From cooldowns we have in both builds Flourish. Flourish is not as good as it was before, but still usable. Now think about it just as extent of your hots on the targets. Before that it was healing much more because it was 100% increase healing over time, now it's just 25. So just really think about it, extent of your hots. If you have a lot of hots on targets, just click it to extend it. Ideally to cast it, to use it after you use Swiftment plus Wild Growth to extend duration of Wild Growth. Another cooldown we have in both builds is quite important one is Nature Swiftness. Why is important? Because Druid. Why it's important? Because Resto Druid cannot react as fast as other healers on some single target, huge damage. So what you can do is to cast Nature Swiftness, use it, and then you have instant cast of Regrowth is also free of mana and is healing 100% more. Now about cooldowns that you have only in healing build, and that is Tree of Life and Innervate. Innervate is very simple, you use it 100%, because the reduction of your mana is reduced, so you can Innervate every ability you use, it's free. So when you're blasting a lot of heals, just click it to spare some mana. And the second one is big one, is our Tree of Life. In the Tree of Life form we have few abilities improved, and we also have 15% increase healing. So anything we do in Tree of Life form is 15% better. Of course, healing wise, not damage. And in Tree of Life, most important abilities that are empowered is our Rejuvenations is 50% healing more, just 15% buff. And also our Regrowth is instant. In damage build, we got Convoke instead of Tree of Life, and we have Hero of the Wild instead of Innervate. So, Convoke we shouldn't use on healing, it should be used for damage in all form, for huge AoE or more on single target when in kitty. And Hero of the Wild is just increasing your damage. On the end, a little bit about damage. When you are in healing build, you're just spreading Sunfire and Moonfires. That's very important to have damage over time. And when AoE, you are casting Starfire. When single target, you are casting Wrath. In damage build, so kitty build, you are still spreading Sunfires and Moonfires, but then also you are adding as many bleeds as possible, just spreading on everything, everywhere. And most important blade one is the Rip, what will be doing the most damage. If you have a Rip on every target, then you just use Ferocious Bite. If you want a full long guide on Druid, link is in the description, and also if you want it in text, just check out my Discord. So anyway, that's all from me. Thank you for watching, think about liking and subscribing, it's helping me a lot, and goodbye.